At the beginning, I was really surprised. I never expected in my life, in my career, to be involved in the Olympic Games. Okay, and now that I've got that chance, that unique of developing something so great, it's amazing, right? And if ever I got a chance again to participate, I will certainly go ahead.
Obviously, we were super proud and super excited to be involved right from the start when the opportunity arose to sort of participate and be part of this. Obviously, the excitement that you feel as a Canadian, with the Games being in Vancouver, and Bombardier being a Canadian company and selected to participate, and so obviously we all felt very strongly about it. No one as a designer is waiting for this kind of project to come up, so an initial spark of excitement was obviously right from the start. You start feeling it.
It was special because since of the beginning, it's a secret project. So the excitement of the people working with us every day was amazing, I would say.
For the design integration, we had two main ideas. The Canadian landscape, which is represented by snow drifts, and it's really strong. It shows what Canada is, and also all the Winter Olympic sports, which are, there's always a blade that cuts the ice or the snow, and so we want to merge those two concepts into an integrated, nice piece of design.
So as far as the ideation and conceptual phase of the project, so how it began was with initially sort of a presentation from the Vancouver Organizing Committee creative team, where they shared with us some of the creative direction that they had already established and some of the work that they had done. So we looked at things such as, obviously, because it's an Olympic event, something that honors sport, motion, youth, and also we wanted to sort of incorporate things that would be, distinctly Canadian. So we wanted to sort of touch on forms that hopefully will sort of resonate with Canadians and sort of give a feeling and a sense of what is the Canadian winter. And as far as the sports side, we wanted to bring in the idea of, again, sort of fluid forms that could potentially have been created, the path that a skier takes through snow, or the lines that are left on the ice when a skate passes by. So these are some of the inspirations that we drew on. And the idea was that, obviously, how do we get all of these things, all these inspirations into a single object, and so that was the challenge from the design side.
Since the beginning of the project, we had to generate a combustion system that will be unique, because through the torch that we did create and all the idea behind it, it's different than all the others that we had in the past, and it has its own complexity, and the requirement for the combustion system are quite huge from different aspects. It needs to never be lit out or never turned out. It needs to resist to high wind. It needs to be able to function in all high altitude under different wind conditions, high gust, wind, snowy condition, rain condition. So we have really big specification to design it.
Well, we try to have as minimum or as less composite as possible. So, and at the same time, we have to come up with something that's going to be assembled really easily. So less manipulation, a bit like the automotive industry. Well, I guess all the requirements for the environment, when we talk about the temperatures and the wind especially, was probably the most important specification that we received. There's a lot of elements that are unique to the torch we designed. One of this is the maple leaf. The treatment that we've done with the maple leaf is really unique. The motto also that is engraved on the torch itself is quite unique by itself. And the emblem of the torch in the Olympic that you got on it is visible from each side. So that will be quite fantastic.
Okay, so we'll have a look at the interior of the torch and have a look at the burner system. We start here with a fuel tank that contains a liquid fuel that's pressurized by nitrogen to about 150 psi to allow constant outlet of the gas through different temperatures of the exterior. Through a regulator up here that reduces the pressure to about 5 psi. Goes into an evaporating tube that comes up actually inside of the burner system that uses some of the heat within the burner box to allow a more thorough evaporation from liquid to gas. the evaporated gas descends back down and enters again into the burner system here through a tube, mixes with air, oxygen, and the flame then basically begins burning. There's an upper and a lower burner section, both with different characteristics that allow for sort of a redundancy, so that in different wind conditions, if one will reinforce the other. So if one is blown out temporarily, the other will relight it, and vice versa.
I'm sure just being part of the torch really it's fantastic. So the runner will hold the flame and be certainly very proud of what they're going to accomplish, and using that symbol, that very strong symbols, very known throughout all the Olympics. It was really the chance of a lifetime.
I think once we have time to see it and reflect on it and actually see the torch itself being used during the torch run for the purpose for which it was designed is going to be exciting. And I think sharing that with my family and to be able to look back on this as being part of, a small part of a huge international event that's so exciting for everyone and exciting for Canada. So yeah, it's going to be it's exciting now, and it's going to be something that I'm going to carry with me for a long time.